Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, She Makes Up. Today's video is going to be a will I buy it for new makeup that just released, is about to, or sometime in the very near future. I have several items here. There's a lot of new makeup, and I'll go through each of these items and group them by brands. And I'll also talk about whether these items you can purchase today because they've already been launched, or in the near future. And if they have already been launched, I will have links below to websites so you guys can go check them out if you're interested. Starting right off here with Dior. Dior came out with a foundation compact, so it looks like pressed powder, for a naturally matte foundation that is supposed to be velvety in finish and is very long wearing. They say 24 hours. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll ever be able to do a 24-hour wear test with it, but I did place an order for that in shade 2N, so I will be doing a wear test at least 8 hours with that foundation. I'm very curious. They've actually never disappointed me when it comes to their complexion products, so I do have high hopes for this. I do have their Forever 24-hour high perfection foundation in the shade 1.5. 1.5 is definitely too light for this time of the year. It probably is a really good fit for like springtime and several weeks just into the summer, but I think it's like too light now. So I'm hoping 2N would be good. If it's too light, I can just pair it with some, strategically placed bronzer, and it would be good to wear for the remainder of summer. So that is the Dior Skin Forever Compact. And on the other makeup side, the more colorful stuff, they also just released the Wild Raffia Quint. You guys have maybe seen this video already because I did post this video. Depending on when this video goes up, I did post it maybe a day or two ago. So this is the Wild Raffia Quint. In addition to this quint, I think hot on the heels of it, they released another quint called Silk Earth. So I'll have photos above for each of these items if I don't already have it with me, and you guys will have that as a reference. But Silk Earth is like kind of like a nude coppery tone color story, and I think like a deep rosewood shade is how they describe it on the website. That is also launched and is available if you're interested. I will not be picking up that quint because I already have Wild Raffia. I'm pretty happy with it, and I just am not looking to add any more from Dior at this time, because in their fall 2022 collection, they're actually coming out with more quints. And I think those other quints, which I'll talk about in just seconds here, they look a little bit more interesting to me. So for Dior's fall 2022 collection, there are a lot more items, and supposedly there are 3 quints, but from all the sources that I've been looking at, and I will have the sources listed below also in the description, is only 2 of them are kind of known and have names attached to them. So we have 659 Mirror Mirror, which looks to be, a nice like warm tone fall type of color story with a olive green, which I'm already drawn to, so I'm very interested in Mirror Mirror. The other quint is 889 Reflections, that is more brown, coppery, and red tone leaning. Both look beautiful, but if I had to choose, I'm probably going to go with Mirror Mirror. There's a third quint where the name, like the sources don't have the name of this quint, and it does look kind of cooler, maybe a little bit more gunmetal, and it's TBD on when that one might be released, but some people think that it's going to be part of the fall collection. So in addition to the quints, they will also be releasing 3 different new lipstick shades. One in satin, so 550 Dusty Coral Satin, 722 Rosewood Rose Matte, and 763 Red Velvet. So the velvet is going to be in the velvet matte finish, and the matte's going to be your regular matte finish. Then they also have a, I guess, burgundy or brick red mascara. I think they call it 664 Brick. Also, there will be a rouge blush $4.59 Charnel, and 2 nail polishes, $7.22 Rosewood Rose and $7.63 Red, described as a deep red, and the Rosewood Rose is described as a strong rosewood. So that's a pretty big collection for fall. Oh, and at least I forget, there will also be a nail cream. I'm actually not really sure what this nail cream is. I think it helps to strengthen your nail bed. So it says, the iconic Dior manicure and nail care since 1963, renowned for its nourishing and moisturizing properties. Okay, I guess it's been around for a while. I've just never used it. Its highly rich formula fortifies nails and improves resistance with visible results in just 1 month. Okay, and it comes with a red brick case, or brick red case. From this collection, likely I'm going to pick up 1 quint. The lipstick shades are all red leaning, which is not something I'm really that interested in, although the blush does look very pretty, like a very perfect kind of fall color. So I might pick up the blush as well, but most likely one of the 2 or one of the 3 quints. Okay, so I think we got all of the Dior items out of the way. Moving on to Guerlain. This is not new. It's the Guerlain Ombre G eyeshadow quads. They was available on Guerlain.com for like maybe a week, and then they disappeared, and then now they're back. So I think as of 2 days ago, they're now available to order off of Guerlain.com. I am wearing Majestic Rose today. So this is what Majestic Rose looks like. I did also pair it with Lisa Eldridge's Can Mischief, her luxuriously lucent lipstick, and I've been having a really great experience with these Guerlain quads. I think I love Royal Jungle more than Majestic Rose, but both are, they're just easy to use, easy to create looks, but they give a little something more than your typical Dior or Chanel quints and quads. So it's interesting. It's like, they're easy to use just like those 2 other brands, but then they give you a little bit more because either it's like more intense pigment or a little bit more sparkle. So I think they definitely have a place in one's eyeshadow collection if this is something you're interested in. So just wanted to let you guys know that is available once again on Guerlain.com. Natasha Denona just launched a new mini eyeshadow palette called the Mini Bronze Palette. It is inspired by and is an extension of her mini size bronze eyeshadow palette, which I have here. This, when it was launched, it was so popular, beloved, and I think people who have it today still love this palette, myself included. And the new mini bronze palette, 4 of the 5 shades are brand new shades. The one repeat shade is the lightest shade, which originally was released as part of the Star palette, so that was some time ago. And while I do love the bronze palette, I will not be picking up the mini bronze palette. The reason is the bronze palette itself, these shades are all quite warm, and the looks that you can get from it are limited. I don't think of the palette poorly for that reason. It's just when you're so, coppery focused, either more of a brown versus a red, there's only so much you can do, and this palette has like 15 shades that are like coppery, and so while I don't hold it against this palette at all, and I've really enjoyed it, I just don't think an extension of the mini bronze palette is going to really add to my experience. So I will be picking that up. But if you are interested or had been interested in the bronze palette and you're just maybe a little gun shy in picking up like 15 shades like this, definitely check out the bronze palette. It's available on Natasha Denona's website as well as Sephora. Links below again if you're interested in that. Next is from Tower 28. It is, I guess, a mauve theme or a mauve color set of releases. They have this in the lip jelly called, the shade's called Sesame, and then also the tinted balm, which I will use as face blush, Beach Please, and it's called Office Hours. So all of those is like mauve theme. It's so pretty. Photo right here. I think it's so pretty. I don't have plans to pick up anything from Tower 28 at this time, but I am definitely eyeing that Beach Please Office Hours shade. I think it's so pretty. Actually, in fact, today I'm wearing the Tower 28 Bronzino that I warmed up, you know, my cheeks area, and then I'm wearing a Tower 28 blush on top of that. So I am in the mood for cream shades, and if I were to add more to my collection, I'm definitely looking towards Office Hours. It's so pretty. Then we have from Pat McGrath. She teased about or revealed a week ago Mothership 10 palette called Moonlit Seduction. It is a overall cool tone palette. I think it's beautiful, but I also see a bit too much like pinky hues in it. I think I'll be passing on this one for those reasons. A lot of people on social media have been kind of reflecting very similar sentiments because they feel like, well, there's Divine Rose 1, which is Mothership 7, Divine Rose 2, Mothership 8, and Utopia Mothership 9. Let me show you Utopia. Immediately when you see this, it's like pinky, purple, plum. I mean, maybe a little less this one here, but these, maybe just a little bit too much pink, like successively. And then that's not including all her kind of Divine Rose themed blushes, highlighters, lip products, lip shades. And I think we're ready to take a break from any kind of pink. If Moonlit Seduction didn't have pinks and maybe had like either a deeper shade or something different, totally different from that, I think the interest would be a lot more than what it is. So I will be passing on Mothership 10. It is beautiful. Perhaps I'll pick it up at the end of the year during a sale. Who knows? And then Danessa Myricks is bringing back Lightworks 3 Experience. I missed it when it came out. It looks amazing, beautiful. So I'm so glad she's bringing it back by popular demand. It's going to be released on July 22nd, so coming right up. And oh, interestingly, Pat McGrath's Mothership 10 is also being launched on July 22nd. So we have those two together on the same date. Following that is Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. There will be two kind of color stories released for this line here, and it looks like one of them is going to be called Light Medium, and the other one I'm not sure, but I guess these names might change. They look beautiful as typical Charlotte Tilbury, you know, that kind of Pillow Talk style with the shades. I am interested in that palette. There looks to be two blush and a highlighter and perhaps a bronzer, or maybe two highlighters. It looks beautiful, so I am interested in checking that out. That I'm not sure when it's coming out. I'm thinking either, you know, like an early fall, like late summer release, or sometime in the fall. And as I was doing my research here, I also saw that Isamaya French, who is the makeup director over at Byredo, released her own brand. So I'm not sure if she's still at Byredo, but she released her own brand of makeup that is exclusively available now at Selfridges. And there's a eyeshadow palette with 14 shades. There is a mascara, a lip serum, which looks like, you know, a tinted lip balm or perhaps lip gloss. It's called Lip Lac, and a brow lac, which is, you know, laminating your brows for that feathered look, as well as a skin lac. So the skin lac looks really interesting. It's supposed to be shimmer free, and you can wear it under makeup for I guess just having makeup go on smoother, or you can apply it after makeup for a natural looking lumosity. Oh, I'm very interested in that actually, to see just how well it works, because it's shimmer free, and if it's not sticky and perhaps just like sucks in the makeup, kind of like a primer, that would be excellent. I might test or try the Skin Lac in a future video. All right, so moving on to some other items that are actually available already that has recently launched or is just about to, is going to be Suqqu's Fall 2022 collection. It is a big collection. What I'm hearing is that they are limiting quantities. So if you were trying to pre-order, you can certainly still pre-order today. I have that information below, who you can contact. You can certainly wait until the collection becomes available online. But if you're pre-ordering, some of the items are actually already not out of stock, but they no longer take reservations for, because I think they have to make sure some stock is available online as it launches on the official date. But it is a big collection because there are four quads. The good news is that only one of the four, which is number 117, is limited edition. The other three are not. So those are going to be available throughout, and they will continue to restock it as long as there's demand. In addition to the quads, there's also going to be 3 nuance eyeliners. These eyeliners will be limited edition, and then 2 pure color blushes. Both are also limited edition. I am very interested in 132, the really bright one. But after seeing swatches here, besides the pure color blushes, there's also 2 melting powder blushes with this collection. And so I was trying to pick and choose which one. And while it looks beautiful after seeing the swatches and just how bright and wonderful it is, so if you're into that, I would pick that one up if you're into it. But I know I myself wouldn't be wearing it often, so I decided not to pick that up. But going to the melting powder blushes, there are 2 new shades. Neither are limited edition. Shade number 9 and 10. There are also going to be 4 new sheer matte lipsticks. I am a fan of the sheer matte lipsticks, so I will be picking something up from the sheer matte line. I wonder if you can see it right in the back here. I've got 4 other shades to add to the collection. And then there will be 2 highlighter sticks that seem to be quite popular. I have not tried their highlighter stick formula, but I've heard good things. And then they will also have 3 nail polishes. Both the nail polishes and the highlighter sticks are limited edition. So there's a good mix of non-limited edition items and limited edition items in this collection. Again, it's very big. There's a lot of different items. I did pick up 2 quads, a sheer matte lipstick, and 1 of the melting powder blushes. We'll be reviewing that for you guys once it comes in. And I wish I could have picked up one of the highlighter sticks, but maybe for next time. Again, if you're interested, I would go ahead, if you know by looking at the photos what items you want, I would go ahead and reserve it, or at least try to. Or if not, maybe stay up for Selfridges to have it stocked on their website on the launch date. And the launch date should be, let's see here. Launch date is July 21st, so coming right up at Selfridges, and August 5th, so 2-3 weeks later. At Harrods, Liberty, and Cult Beauty. Next I have Clé de Peau. It's their luminizing face powder. They released what looks like 5 brand new shades or color story sets, and then one of them is an existing one. They all look beautiful and gorgeous. It's just like how the colors are all paired together, even though when you go into the product, you're just gonna swirl it around the pan. I thought about picking up maybe 2 to see and compare. I have not used these before, actually. And then I saw the fragrance, the perfume in the formula, and I just know from seeing past Clé de Peau reviews of their makeup, the scent can be quite strong, so I'm kind of hesitant. I might wait for reviews of these before I go ahead and try them. So that's kind of like where I'm straddling right now between, like, I'm interested, they look really beautiful, but perhaps they're heavily scented as well. So I'm not sure, but if you already ordered them, let me know below, or if you have used them, you know, different color stories before, let me know how you like these. I know the more intense ones are going to be great as highlighters, whereas the lighter ones, you can possibly use it all over your face. Yeah, so the luminizing face enhancer. And besides the face enhancers, these kind of highlighters, luminizers, there's also new lipstick shades from Clé de Peau for their, I think, what is it, glossy formula and matte formula. So we have 6 new shades for the glossy formula, and then 4 new shades for matte. I know their lipsticks are scented as well, so I might actually sit on this. Given the recent Lisa Eldridge haul, I'm very happy with. I think I might pass on these Clé de Peau lipsticks. But if you love Clé de Peau lipsticks, let me know below. You're like, hey, you need to try this. You need to look into these shades. I will definitely take that into consideration and think about giving these a try. I mean, they look beautiful. They look like they would go on very smoothly, and they're pigmented. Okay, so we've got a couple more items left here. Next is Sonia G's Mini Keyaki Set 2. So these are 5 mini brushes that she is launching tomorrow. So I think this video is going up tomorrow, but basically it's July 20th. And I do have her first Keyaki set. This is limited edition, so she will not be bringing this back. The set that's going to be launched is also limited edition. And it will have 5 brushes. 4 of the 5 shapes are brand new. The repeated shape is going to be the jumbo base. So if you have her fusion set, you already have the jumbo base, which is this. When she launched the Keyaki set, this brush here, I think it's just called the mini base brush, is actually the same brush as this mini base in the fusion set. So this came out first through Keyaki, and then later on when she did the fusion set, she then released this. I absolutely love this brush. I use it for cream blushes, and having 2 works just as well for me. No complaints there. With the mini set, as you can see, the handles are shorter, much shorter. What you're going to see with the jumbo base is the head of the brush is going to be the same size, same composition of material. It's going to be a mix of natural hairs and synthetic fibers, but the handle is going to look like this. And it's called the Keyaki set because of the wood used. This is Keyaki wood. It is a prize wood in Japan that they use typically for building shrines. It also has like a beautiful scent, but she did say, Sonia G did say, because these are coated to protect use with makeup, yeah, there really isn't a scent to them that, you know, we're not able to really smell it. I think it's a beautiful set of brushes. It's gonna retail for $160. These retail, this first set retail for $120, and that was a year and a half ago. So we know with the cost of everything going up, inflation, it's not a surprise that the price went up, although 25%, depending on how you're looking at it, it can be quite steep. My thoughts there is it still actually has good value at $160 if you think about the cost, the labor that went into making this brush, and how you're getting this very like custom specialty, you know, artisanal craft, artisanal art. These are beautiful. And when I look at the shapes of this mini Keyaki 2 set, it really, you know, between these 5 brushes and the 5 from the new set, it really completes, you know, 99% of any makeup application needs you have, because you have this for blush or concealer, and then you have the jumbo base for all over foundation, then you have this brush for face powder. You could also use the brush from the new set, a new shape, for all over face powder, and this you could just use under your eyes. And then you have the eye brushes from both set to just fulfill anything you need. So for a completionist, I think definitely that would be a no-brainer to get the set. If you really enjoy mini brushes, that's also another reason to get the set, because you're gonna get a set of very well-made, handcrafted quality brushes. The shape I'm most interested in is going to be the detail brush, because I don't quite have anything in my collection like that. I think I'm passing on this collection, even though I just said a bunch of good things about it, things I like about it. And I think that just more has to do with I'm more drawn to like one of the 5 shapes available rather than like 3 of the 5 for this one. Even though these 3 were repeats, I was still very much interested in getting like backups, duplicates of it in this new handle, and I was certainly happy to have these 2 new shapes. Whereas this time, even though only one shape is a repeat, I felt like there's a few brushes in my collection that maybe is a little bit too similar to it. So that is why I am passing. But again, for all those other reasons I mentioned, if you're interested, I do still recommend the set. I've saved the most anticipated brand for myself to the end of this video. It's Chanel. For their fall 2022 collection, there's going to be 10 new Allure Lestrade lipstick shades. They all look to be more towards like pinky nudes, and even the deeper shades are more like neutral nude shades. Very interested in those. Looks like there's a whole range of them now, because in the initial launch earlier this year, there weren't a lot of nude shades. So I'm very interested to look into that. And then they will also have 8 nail colors and a mascara plus a Stilo, the waterproof eyeliner. And the most anticipated set of items from this collection are going to be their eyeshadow quads, or what we call the tweed quads. They look stunning. And even though the color stories themselves might not be that original and could just be like revisits from what was released previously, I'm getting all 4 of them. They each come with like a tweed pouch for each of the quads, so that's why we've been calling them tweed quads, tweed quads. I think it's just like the presentation of it, just how the embossing looks on the quads, everything about it, the presentation, and just how you think the colors are going to look. And there are swatches available online already, and they look beautiful. So I definitely am interested in all 4. Most likely we'll be picking up all 4 and reviewing that for you guys. I also want to mention that, before we end this video, baby is coming soon, and I have to be realistic about how much time I have from now and then after delivery, and truly, giving new makeup a chance to, for me to try it and then give you guys an honest review. So I have to be realistic here, which is why I'm not picking up as much from this like list of new stuff that maybe I normally would. So that's something else I wanted to give you guys a heads up on. Well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know below what you are most interested in and what you are most anticipating. I will talk to you guys and see you guys very soon in the next one. Bye.